Big LEZ'S League, an all rugby league experience.
Welcome back to Proper Punters, and we've got Big Lez. You kicked off with an absolute shocker last week, tipping the Maoris. What happened?
I did. I thought it was going to go very differently. They had two very good halves. There was just no direction, was there? It was really lackluster football.
Yeah, it looked like, have you ever seen El Trent driving school? It's like the blind leading the blind. I think that's what was going on. It wasn't great.
It definitely looked like it, but we got some rookies to talk about this week that have got me harder than a lead pencil, so let's go in there.
Settle down, Les. At least you're 18 now. We can talk about that. Proper Punters, here we go. Which game do you want to talk about for the trials?
I want to touch on Storm and Knights. We obviously touched on the Roosters and Manly last week, so we don't need to talk about them again. For Melbourne, there's a guy that I like in the back row, Joe Chan. I think he's coming off the bench in this game, but he could be a real Smokey to get onto the bench for the Melbourne Storm. They obviously need a bit of size in their forward pack this year, so I think he is a massive, massive shot in getting into that 17. Really solid footballer. Was in the state championship last year.
Yep.
Made the grand final for Q Cup. They won and obviously then went to the state championship, lost to our Bunnies. How good. But yeah, like I've been keen on him for quite a while. Came over from the Super League, I think 2 years ago now, and has impressed a lot of guys in the younger grades and scouts and stuff like that as well. And then for Newcastle, they've actually just got their recruit from the Super League, Kai Pearce-Paul. Big word saying that he's going to replace Lockie Fitzgibbon in the back row. It's between him and Dylan Lucas at the moment.
That's a big move.
But yeah, he's wearing jersey number 17 this week. I want to see how he goes. He can also play a bit of centre, and that's where he was in the Super League. But he's put on a stack of weight since then. Looks really, really good. Trained well, had an injury in the off-season, but looks ready to go.
All right, awesome. Let's go to a punting point of view. I want to know NRL. I want your best bet, and I want your best roughy.
Okay. So best bet in terms of futures. To win the comp this year, I think you can't go past Penrith.
Again.
What they've done over the past 3 years, yes, they've lost a lot of guys, but we said that about them this time last year as well, and they won. So
we did, but they've lost more again. Has the comp caught up at all? Or?
I think it has slightly. I think you got to wait another year or so. Plus, it's Luai's last hurrah as well, so they're definitely going to want to play up for him. You've got one of the best front row pairings I think we've ever seen in Fisher Harris and Leota.
This probably could be Luai's last chance of ever winning a premiership.
Well, it looks like it. Going over to the Tigers, you've got to improve though from 16th. I think that the sky's only up from there.
So you want a $3.80 early, right? He's going short.
Yeah.
All right, so who's the best roughie?
Best roughie, a lot of punters are saying Manly, and I agree. I think that with the team they've got this year, they just look really well-rounded. Luke Brooks coming in as well to play that 6 role. I think it's exactly what they've needed, an actual 6 in the number 6 this year. Yep. Not Schuster, who we know is more of a back rower now. Not Jake Arthur, who has really struggled to find his form. They just need an out-and-out 6, and Luke Brooks is that guy. DCE is going to take a lot of pressure off him this year.
Yeah, he gets to control the side. I like that.
And they've got a few young guys as well, where if Turbo gets injured a lot again this year, they've got Tolutau Kowler, who's a gun, ran over 200 metres per game for Tonga, and that was in the centres. At fullback, towards the back end of the year, he had an absolute blinder as well, so we know what he can do at fullback. And Ruben Garrick's been there a ton, and he's played to a really high click there at fullback as well. So I think that even if they do lose to Turbo throughout the year, they're still a top 8 side. So I think at $21...
they sound like a good gamble early. They could be one that could firm up.
$21 too. Get in now while it's hot, because it's definitely not going to be $21 by round 1.
Yeah, wow. All right. World Club Challenge. Can you redeem yourself after last week's very poor performance?
Well, I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to keep it pretty low this week as well. I'm going to go Panthers. They didn't win last year.
Yep.
But I think this year, against a Wigan side who, their only real NRL quality player in that team, for me, as far as I know, is Bevan French.
Yep.
Other than that, they really don't have a lot of NRL quality in there. And I think that this Panthers side as well, the big news is that Luai won't be playing. They're going to try one of their 19, 20-year-old guys in the 6th for that game.
And you want to take the shorts with Luai out?
I do. Nathan Cleary, first game back. They've still got all their other stars. I wouldn't overlook the Panthers at all.
Ooh, okay. All right, well, we'll see you again next week, and let's hope you can get a little shorty home.
Hope so.
All right, see you, Les. Thank you.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.